Hello, you lovely bunch of English-speaking people out there, and you 109 subscribers. Right, so we're back in Roncofreddo. We've got the hills behind us, San Marino behind us, and obviously the sea in the background. We're here not to make pasta, not to make a sauce, but to see how they make cheese. Okay, well, it's not actually how they make cheese, it's the final process from what I understand. We're going to be looking into Formaggio di Fossa by quite a well-known and respected guy called Brancaleone. So without further ado, let's go and get on. Right, okay, so Renato, ciao, buonasera. Ok, cosa ci fai vedere stasera? Okay, so Renato basically has told me that these fosse, these wells, you might call them, for cheese are around for around about 500 years. They were initially made for grain, to store grain, but after I guess they managed to store them in other ways, they started using them as cheese storage places. So it creates the cheese that's Formaggio di Fossa. So the way they do it is they put hay in the well, okay, and once that's all packed in, then they start packing in the cheese, and this happens in July. So they've already started getting the hay today. Okay, so this is an amazing day to do it. So here we've got the well. As you can see, it is actually quite deep. Okay, all'incirca quanto è profondo?
4 metri e 30.
4 meters 30, okay, depth.
4.500 formaggi.
And there go 4,500 pieces of cheese. Okay, so we've just spoken about the fossa, which is just down there where you can't see. Okay, adesso raccontami la storia.
Allora, adesso stiamo preparando, abbiamo appena visto la fossa.
Okay.
Cominciamo adesso a prepararla,
Okay.
cominciamo a scegliere i formaggi. A fine luglio li mettiamo tutti dentro la fossa,
Okay.
E sono 4.500 pezzi.
Ok, i formaggi sono fatti normalmente?
Sono formaggi normalissimi.
Ok.
Possono essere di mucca, di pecora o di capra.
Perfetto.
Indifferentemente.
Perfetto. Okay, so what's going to go into this this well or this trench is basically ordinary cheese. It could be cow cheese, it could be sheep cheese, it could be goat cheese. It doesn't really matter. That then becomes Formaggio di Fossa. Okay.
Quando noi andiamo a mettere i formaggi sono tutti così regolari,
Okay.
sempre comunque rotondi.
Okay.
Durante la stagionatura, che dura 100 giorni, la temperatura sale,
Sì.
come il vino, fermenta,
Sì.
si ammorbidisce, diventa plastico e si adatta per compressione, che sono 4,30 metri,
Sì.
per compressione si adatta allo spazio che ha. Quando esce sono così.
Okay.
Sono tutti
Posso prendere la mano così?
certo.
Okay, right. So what we're doing is we're bringing in a piece of cheese like this, okay, which is rounded and perfect and all the rest of it. Okay, then we put it in the trench, and there are 1,400.
4.500.
4,000. So there are 4,500 pieces of cheese like this, okay? What then happens is it all gets compressed within 100 days, okay? And when it gets taken out, they end up looking like this. And this, apart from being all wet and everything like that, is all completely different in form and shape because they've squashed in. What he's saying is basically that it heats up in there and it basically melts down and compresses, and each one comes out in a different. Okay, right. So the earth around here has got quite a lot of sulfur in it, and it's quite rich in minerals. So once this cheese has been laid to rest for 100 days, it acquires a lot of this taste. It's a very, very particular, strange taste, which is obviously excellent for cheese lovers.
Ovviamente i 3 formaggi di mucca, pecora e capra non sono uguali perché ogni latte ha una sua caratteristica.
Right, so he's basically saying that each cheese, whether it's cow cheese or goat cheese or sheep cheese, each cheese absorbs the different types of minerals, different types of tastes in the area, in the ground, whatever, and so therefore each one becomes extremely different and gets different tastes from where it's been put.
Primo luglio di novembre.
Sì.
C'è l'apertura della fossa ed è una celebrazione, è una festa.
Okay, so the first of November, first lunedì,
Sì,
first
lunedì.
Monday of November, there's a fair, a party, because they open the fossa, the trench, and get the cheese out. So there's quite a party here. So if anybody wants to come along, make sure you do. It's Roncofreddo, okay?
Per esempio è un pecorino, bello piccolino, fatto in alta montagna, quindi pecore che pascolano a 1500-1800 metri,
Okay.
quindi pascolo molto interessante, latti particolarmente profumati,
Sì.
poi noi lo facciamo stagionare in grotta e quando è completamente ricoperto di muffa lui è pronto per essere mangiato.
Okay, so this is goat cheese that's goes out to feed at 1,500 meters above sea level. After it's been made into cheese, it's then left until it's totally mold covered. Once it's totally mold covered, it then becomes the cheese to eat. Questo non è... Okay, right, so now we move on, and this is sheep's cheese.
Sì.
Ok, so è un po' più morbido.
Molto morbido. Questa è una pasta molle.
Sì.
Questo è un formaggio a pasta molle che esternamente, vedi, viene trattato con delle more di bosco. Durante l'estate raccogliamo le more di bosco,
Sì.
le conserviamo nel congelatore, poi durante l'inverno le cuociamo e poi facciamo una pasta che spalmiamo sui formaggi. E questo è un formaggio che ha un sapore molto estivo e ha un sapore molto fruttato.
Ok.
È particolarmente
More
interessante.
sono cranberries o redberries?
La mora è...
Blueberries. Okay, I'll look that up.
quella
for you.
nera.
Okay,
Di
esatto.
bosco.
Right, so this is sheep cheese. It remains quite mushy. I don't know, not hard to the texture. It's got quite a nice leather skin to it, and it's treated with these berries. Okay, and it comes out quite a. Right, here we're looking at what's called a tino. I asked Renato if it was a keg, basically, but it's not a keg because it doesn't have a top to it. Never did have. This is the old tino that they used to make wine in, and some cheeses get made within this. Quindi quali formaggi li metti qui dentro?
Qui, questo formaggio qua,
Ok.
un pecorino
Ok.
e viene messo a fermentare con delle foglie di noce.
Okay, so goat cheese goes in here with hazelnut leaves, and then it comes out like that. Wow, che bellezza! How beautiful! So as an indication, Renato said it takes around about 45 days to do this type of cheese within this sort of keg type thing. The only thing is, he said, it's not necessarily 45 days. It is just when the mold is right. Okay, so they have to take care to keep on watching the mold to make sure it's right. Now, muffe bianche, which means white mold, white mold, which you can find on camembert and brie, and so all these white cheeses. So that's what's there, and it's supposed to be very good for you as well. My favorite cheese, when I was actually a big cheese eater, is this one here, which is done with cera juice, right?
Cera d'api.
Cera d'api. So this is a beeswax cheese. Okay, and you can really taste the wax in the cheese.
È un
It's
formaggio
amazing.
di vacca.
Okay, so mucca.
Mucca.
Okay, so cow cheese. Right?
Cheese, e matura così affogato, matura molto lentamente.
Ah, ok.
Per cui i sapori vengono fuori in maniera più consistente. Impiega più tempo,
Sì.
però i sapori sono più forti.
Okay, so it's matured actually within this closure of C'era.
Bees.
yeah, beeswax within the beeswax thing. So it takes a lot longer to do, but the actual flavors are really, really strong. And I must admit, if you ever come over, I'd highly recommend that one. Okay, so we're going to now try Formaggio di Fossa. Renata's just told me you eat the skin as well, but in actual fact, you can't see the skin because I guess in the process it sort of just dissolves. So here we are, a piece. Ok, e di mucca questo qui?
Pecora.
Pecora, okay, so this is goat cheese. Let me just show you here. There's a little bit of goat cheese. Ottimo, molto piccante. Guarda, io non sono abituato, perciò sento quello più della mucca.
Sì,
comunque.
ovviamente. Ha un sapore molto intenso, però ha una nota dolce.
Okay, it's quite sweet, but being with the fact that it's not cow cheese and it's goat cheese, has that spiciness, almost spiciness with it. Really, really good. Ottimo, molto buono. Grazie mille. Grazie.
Okay, so this episode has been a little bit different to the rest, so if you really enjoyed it, obviously don't forget to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, you enjoyed, please leave a note. Let me know if these sort of things are better than just recipes or just pasta. Put something down at the bottom. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, click on that bell, do anything you can, and please share it as well, because that's the only way I'm going to get through to other people. So all you English people especially, if you can, share it on Facebook or do whatever you need to do on YouTube, and we'll see you the next time. Ciao!